Welcome back to Safeguarding Our Nation. Across the country, concerns about road safety have been growing louder, from reckless driving and overloaded trucks to calls for stronger enforcement and better roads. Joining us today about what's being done is Assistant Commissioner Mahendra Singh. Welcome, sir.
Good morning, thank you.
Sir, we have a traffic problem. In 2024 alone, there were 117 fatal accidents and 132 deaths. For this year alone, we've already seen 63 fatal accidents and 68 deaths. Why is this happening, and what's being done to fix it?
This is a genuine concern for us in the traffic department, as one life lost on the road is one too many. Reckless driving in our country is unfortunately driven by a combination of mixed attitude, lateness, poor planning of a journey, and a long-standing tendency towards supporting bending the rules. Younger folks continue to speed, and when accidents occur, young people also lose their lives. So what have we done exactly? Our enforcement postures have taken into consideration what prevails, and over the 2 periods you have mentioned, we have yielded, through our efforts, 139,000+ cases in 2024. In 2025 so far, we've recorded 89,506 cases for all offences. We know and we recognize, therefore, we partner with critical stakeholders to take the message of safety and raise awareness in each space, targeting an audience in the community which comprises of the specific road-using population: doctors and nurses, lawyers, pedal cyclists, motorcyclists, pedestrians. Taking the message further, we have dedicated television programs and radio programs, so the audience reach is greater, the target audience even reached further. What I want to say to parents especially is that the orientation of a child, though he or she has attained adulthood, is continuous to teach them what is right from what is wrong, or what is beneficial for them in all spheres of life.
There's strong public support for speed cameras, surveillance, and e-ticketing. But are they really working? And will this be expanded?
Without a doubt, there's significant advancement in the use of speed traffic cameras, the automated e-ticketing system, and surveillance equipment in traffic. Many years ago, we did not have these. Today, we have them with the implementation of the Safe Road Intelligence System, which has at its core the automated e-ticketing process. What this translates to, since its implementation on April 7th, in a short space, we have already issued 4,300+ e-speeding tickets. Remote monitoring and enforcement has reduced the ability for confrontation and or officer biases when enforcement is done. Those speed cameras are now being installed across all spaces and roads in our country. For what intent and purposes? To ensure we have greater scope to monitor, to enforce, and to have clear control over what obtains. That translates now to the public having the ability to see greater fairness with which the process is executed. It's the same laws, the same system, and the same outcomes.
Heavy trucks and minibuses remain major public complaints and road safety hazards. What's being done to better regulate them?
Motor lorries have been consistently flagged with the offences of speeding, faulty park loads, and maintenance of motor vehicles. Motor lorry drivers also pose a significant threat by their unsafe behavior to rural and urban road users. Noting this, we have partnered with the Ministry of Public Works to establish weight stations. In time to come, there will be the introduction of speed limiting devices to be installed on these motor lorries, which will restrict speed capability. Our traffic enforcement posture has taken into consideration what prevails, and so we target these offences in the spaces where the lorries dominate. We further engage with owners, fleet managers, and contractors to raise awareness that promotes voluntary compliance with the law. We have deployed several patrols to bolster the areas where lorries dominate for the movement of aggregate, to promote safety and to enforce the law. With recent intervention of central government, there are multiple outposts now being established along high-volume areas where traffic progresses. Minibus, similarly as motor lorries, they pose a challenge and are associated with offences of speeding, overloading, and or loud music. So our enforcement posture caters specifically to those offences. We engage the drivers, the owners, and the passengers for important feedback in the process. And we've tightened the entire process of issuance of a certificate of fitness and the road service license, which they require to operate on the road, as minibuses are recognized to be one of the most important means for public transportation. Crash data of recent and in the past would have suggested that in 2024, when 8 of 117 fatal accidents involved minibuses, this year only 1 out of the 63 actually involved a minibus.
Poor roads are often blamed for crashes, especially in the hinterland. What's being done to make those roads safer?
That is a valid concern. The Ministry of Public Works, which plays the lead role in matters of road traffic engineering, in partner with us, the Guyana Police Force Traffic Department, have recognized that potholes, poor lighting, improper and poor signage are issues of concern throughout. So, in partnership with the ministry, we have conducted road safety audits. Further, crash data that is captured by us in the traffic department is shared with the ministry to identify accident black spots. What are the causes? So you can address them. Important to this is that our collaboration leads to an improvement in terms of lighting on roads, new or old, the placement of new signs, the rehabilitation of old signs, and importantly, the improvement of road surface condition to improve the general experience in rural and hinterland areas. Community awareness is critical to this process, and in a partnership setting, we engage the residents directly to address the issues and raise awareness. While the task is not one which can be completed immediately, it's ongoing, notwithstanding its several challenges.
Many people believe that the traffic laws are not being applied equally. It's all about who you know. What's being done to restore fairness and public trust?
Perception drives conflict. The recognition of this perception of who you know, it somewhat haunts us while we conduct enforcement in our country. But there are several things being done right now to rid us of that perception. One of them, the implementation of the Safe Road Intelligence System, which has at its core the automated e-ticketing process. This addresses the issue without officer bias, intervention, and any discretion. So it's not about who you are, but once you would have committed the offenses, you would have been dealt with appropriately. Important also is the introduction of body pack cameras, where each of our operational staff on the front line, they are equipped with at least one. What this translates to is greater quality assurance for the service we render. Many years ago, we didn't have. Today, we have 5,000 plus body-worn cameras in the organization. Internal checks and balances have also been introduced and are working, wherefore an officer's enforcement pattern is examined daily, and we can trace it to see where fairness is applied in the process. If or when an allegation is made, and it is departmental or criminal, investigations are conducted thoroughly, and appropriate action are taken against the ranks who default. The system in itself is being improved daily to what? To guarantee fairness in the process and transparency at all times.
Thank you, sir, for talking with me. It was a pleasure. Road safety affects all of us. And as you've heard, real work is being done to change both driver behavior and police enforcement. But lasting change also requires the public to take responsibility. Let's all do our part to save lives on our roads. Thanks for watching Safeguarding Our Nation.